What's up, everybody? Beastman45 Games here, and this is Beast and Bro again. We're here to talk about comics and manga, film, and TV series adaptations. And as you all know who I am, you want to introduce yourself now?
Yep, this is Zeus, Zeus Almighty. uh, yeah, talking about Taylor's got more, or Beastman's got more of the manga and stuff like that, and I actually, because it's for movie adaptations as opposed to books, I have The Hobbit. Well, here's The Hobbit, and I have the Lord of the Rings. So I like reading uh novel books as well, and then I have one for Kick Ass as well, but we'll get into that. So just a little bit of a mix up, or something to mix it up.
Yeah, and we're gonna be comparing one between the two, comparing the comics version and the film versions. Hey, what's up, Skullfire?
What's up, man?
Yeah, sorry, I had disable the music thing real quick, the alerts. There's a whole copyright thing that it goes on my video. But yeah, hope you're doing good. And I think I was gonna start off with the Spider-Man. If I could find it.
It's not one of these.
There we go. Alright, we're gonna start off with the Raimi children, the Raimi trilogy, which I think has gotten like the closest to the comics, except they keep doing the same one thing trope. Um, and then comparing it to the original 1960s comics. So like in the Raimi trilogy, it goes with Goblin, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Venom and Sandman. Whereas the one with Tom Holland, it goes with Vulture, um, Mysterio, and the last one is just a combination of like Doc Ock, Electro, Sandman, um, and Green Goblin, and like does a little lizard, but he's like barely in the movie, and it's only his monster form. So like
No, the
what?
the lizard one, he's actually in it quite a bit in Monster and in as the Doctor. I was just watching that one the other day.
Oh, No Way Home.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was just watching that the other day. He's actually the what's the professor's name, or not the scientist that turns into Doc Ock? I can't remember his
Otto
actual.
Octavius.
That's no.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
you
sorry,
said
the
Doc
Croc.
Ock.
I'm sorry, Croc.
You mean lizard?
Yeah, the
That's
lizard.
Dr. Connors.
Yeah, Dr. Connors. Yeah, they show him quite a bit in it in the movie. You get to see him as the.
Well, in First Amazing Spider-Man is where he first got introduced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where the more they try and like make him more relatable to Peter and have him be close to his life, because he worked with Peter's real parents, which wasn't in the comics at all. They just made all the villains tied to Peter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so
Uh yeah, that's the one that I watched. Not the No Way Home. It was the that
yeah,
one. Yeah.
yeah, that
I
was
get it
Amazing
mixed up.
Spider-Man.
There's so many
Yeah,
different Spider-Mans. Well, there's
yeah.
technically
His
only three.
first villain was actually the Vulture. Well, first super powered villain was the Vulture, and then his very first villain was a Chameleon.
That's funny. Uh in the movies, the Vulture he didn't have a superhero, like he wasn't a superhero. He just built the.
Well, that's technically like superhero, like super, not superhero, but like super powered.
Oh, super. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because
Cuz
it's more than a normal villain,
yeah, cuz
like a normal criminal.
he didn't have powers. He just was um Batman, but like a bad version, I guess, of Batman. He just kind of made his own shit. But yeah, that one looked pretty badass. The one that they had, the illustrations and everything were good, and it wasn't super long, but I mean it had a little bit of a thickness to it. It wasn't super short.
Of course, Mike was turned off again, but it's on now. But he Twitch fucking got him an ad now.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so they couldn't hear us.
Yeah, I can hear both of us. Only if it was like a on this screen.
Oh okay.
But like solo. If
Hmm.
it was solo, then the mic was turned off. But it's on now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was just spouting a bunch of bullshit anyway.
Yeah. We're good now. We both got mics on. Yeah, the Vulture was in issue number 2 of Amazing Spider-Man, and his name was Adrian Toombs, which they completely changed it in Homecoming, which it's still his name, but um, he didn't have a daughter, which was Liz Allen, which that was never in the comics. He was always like a bald man, just trying to like steal stuff, and he created his wings. Where is it? Yeah, right there. It's the Vulture. Yeah, Adrian Toombs just wanted to steal stuff in a more fast way. That's why he built his wings. Wanted to steal diamonds. And then there was like at some point in the comics where he got cancer or something like that. And then after that, we're gonna go to. I'm gonna talk about Doc Ock, which in the comics he started out as a of course, as a scientist in a experiment gone wrong with his whole arms, like fusing into his body.
Didn't it take over his brain too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but that was completely different from the comics, also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Part.
in the movie, they made it like have his arms like take over his mind,
What was that
and
little chip that he had
yeah, yeah, but that
that he
wasn't in the
implanted? Well, I'm just saying from the
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Yeah, the chip that he had implanted, it started to like take over his mind and make him act like an asshole.
yeah. But he Doc Ock is usually like a evil mastermind and just a straight up villain and scientist and the whole bad experiment, like the whole his arms like fusing into his body, is that he's actually wearing like a sort of like a metal vest that has the
Hmm.
arms, and I think in at the start of Sinister Six, like before he got captured in jail, they actually took off his vest, and so he had to get some he had someone smuggle his arms in, and since that whole experiment happened, he was actually able to control the arms with his mind, and so his arms actually broke him out of prison.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he's the one who led the whole Sinister Six.
Oh, he was the leader of the six.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, which they got that accurate from the video games, because he's the one that starts everything. Um, in the whole movies, they make him like a professor and mentor to Peter, which he never was. Just like they did with Dr. Connors with the lizard,
Hmm.
and with Green Goblin, which the Green Goblin part was actually like the whole Norman Osborn and Peter Parker, and then Harry Osborn. They were like close to each other, and it was a huge big reveal that Green Goblin was Harry Osborn, and then Norman found out that Peter Parker was Spider Man, the whole huge reveal and stuff like that.
In the
So
in the comics, did Harry ever become another like form of the Goblin like he did in the movies?
uh, I'm not sure about that one yet.
Because he was slowly becoming in the movies. He had like slowly started becoming like his dad. So it
Yeah.
started like taking over his mind and shit. He
Mhm.
started becoming an asshole too.
Yeah. Yeah, but in the movies, they have they have their connections like more simplified and played out,
Yeah,
like already established. Where in the comics they built it up.
that sounds like in the when I was reading the what is it the Lord of the Rings. I read I was reading this one not too long ago, and in the beginning of Lord of the Rings, see in the beginning of the movie, um, in the movies, uh, Frodo was he was still like young. He was still in his 20s, and after Bilbo goes away and like takes off on the journey, um, Frodo pretty much immediately just picks up and goes. But in the movies or in the book, Frodo doesn't leave the Shire for like 20 years later. He's in his 50s when he finally goes and like starts his journey towards the Mount Doom, to go drop off, like to go destroy the ring. He was in his 50s in the book. So the movies, like it just makes everything a little bit more fast paced, just like um the movies compared to like certain comics and stuff like that. It kind of like faster, makes them a little bit faster in the movies to kind of like keep, I guess, some kind of time budget. I don't know, but I like reading the comics and the books because it takes its time, and kind of like slows everything down and puts like compacts a bunch of stuff. Like there's a bunch of stuff in the beginning of the book and the Lord of the Rings that kind of like makes you that kind of like builds up what's to happen instead of just throwing it right in there and like here's what happens. There's like some build up. But in the movies there's not really much of that build up, and that goes for comics to movies as well as books to movies and certain things. um
What about the extended edition, the director's cut for Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that's the same. It's the same thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I mean, there's more to it, but not more to it as in like it brings in more stuff from the book, but it just brings in more stuff from its own, like the creator's mind or the director's mind. Um, but what I can say when it comes to movies and books, in Kick Ass, which uh I also have, I've got the first three issues of Kick Ass, and we grew up watching this movie. What I can say is that Kick Ass, for the most part, like it's like segment by segment, like each like you could read the Mac or the comic and watch the movie almost like back to back. Like it's very very close, um to how it starts, and like I haven't gotten like super far into it. I'm only on the second one so far, or maybe I've read the second one already. It was a little while back. But it goes pretty like scene by scene, from the beginning of the movie and the beginning of the comics. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that, where it's like there's not much difference besides the fact that in the comics he's got blonde hair. That's about the biggest difference. So, but everything aside from that, they're pretty on, like scene by scene.
Also, Skullfire, thanks for that correction. I haven't read that far yet. I don't have those issues yet. That's probably like in the you're probably talking about the comics version, because in the movie in Spider-Man 3, he don't know anything like the original Norman Osborn Green Goblin. And I've been trying to I found the volume 3 of the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, but they it kept getting sold out, and whenever I look on Amazon, it's always like at a higher price, at like $50 to $100. I got this one for like $15 on Amazon, and the second one, and the fourth one, and the I think it goes up to 5 volumes until until um Steve Ditko stops illustrating it. Yeah, the comics, yeah. And then over to manga, I have my hero and Loser Ranger, Demon Slayer, and Spy Family. They're all pretty much one to one
Mm-hmm.
with their anime with their adaptations, except for like I think some of them would have a lot of more filler content and of how you have like other movies like My Hero has like 2 or 3 movies. Um, Demon Slayer only has one movie and it's just called Mugen Train, which they actually have like another movie, which is the Infinity Castle, which is getting close to the last arc of the story, where they're going to chase after Muzan in a big giant Infinity Castle of like multiple different doors and windows and stuff to other areas. And it's 5 spy families, just one for one from the anime. I don't. There's not really any changes.
Yeah, Demon Slayer's pretty. I think that one, when it comes to, I haven't watched Spy Family yet. I've only read a couple of the manga so far of that one. I've only read like two of them, and I haven't watched the anime yet. But Demon Slayer, I did read the first book and then watch the first like 3 episodes, and it is like just like Kick Ass. It is right there on cue, point for point, um like scene by scene. It you could read it and watch it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Also, I wanted to talk about uh, Wolverine and X-Men, as which there's one adaptation I'm fine with because it's basically just there's different iterations of it, and it's where Wolverine goes to Japan. Um, this one is by Jason Aaron. It's called Back to Japan. This was the part 2 version, and it's where he fights Silver Samurai, which is Harada or Yashida, and they just fight over I think Mariko, and they fight Wolverine fights Sabretooth, and then Mystique comes in, and then there's a whole gang of Yakuza members and other members just trying to take out Wolverine and a bunch of other stuff. And then I have the like one of the earliest versions. I think this one might be the earliest. Is where he first goes to Tokyo, and there's Gambit, uh, Jubilee is in there, Sunfire, and the new villain, Scylla. Which is actually like they put a woman in like a robotic consciousness, and they start fighting. Which I don't know why Wolverine has his suit right there when it first starts in the story. He's just wearing like his like leather jacket. But yeah, there's like a whole bunch of different iterations of that story. So when they sort of adapted that and made it its own story from the Wolverine, which I just watched last night, I thought it was like really good. They just made their own story. They but they had a Silver Samurai in a giant mech suit instead, and it was where Yashida, like the original Silver Samurai, he wanted Logan's immortality. He tried to steal it, which in the comics it like there's like no mention of that at all. But there is a character in there named Yukio, and she's actually like a skilled assassin, which I'll show you her. She shows up near the end. She actually saves Jubilee. She's right there. Ooh. She
Down a
tries
little
to
bit.
get, huh?
Down a little bit.
No, I got it. Yeah, she's the one in black, in the all black outfit. That's Yukio. She's like a skilled assassin. She tries to get Jubilee out of a certain prison that she's held captive in, and then once she realizes that she's friends with Logan, then she stops fighting her. So cool stuff like that. And Sunfire is like mentioned. He has like a cameo in I think Deadpool 2. when he's trying to create his own task force or X Force. Sunfire is in there, but he doesn't look anything like he does in the comics. So I thought that was pretty weird. But as long as it's its own story and uh, they try and at least go for the tone of it, then I don't really care for it because there's a bunch of different iterations of Logan going to Japan. Except they did change something about Yukio, which in the movie they gave her like able to see the future, which in the comic she's nothing like that at all. She's more skilled and highly combat trained. And uh, X Men: Days of Future Past, which I have the movie of. That story is actually different from the comics. It's not too different. It's just a bit more light, as in like there's a peaceful resolution. Whereas in the comics, it's much darker. And Logan isn't the main character of the movie. It's actually Kitty Pryde that goes back into the future and tries to stop the assassination of Senator Kelly, which Mystique tries to do, and that would make the Sentinels come and have everybody afraid of mutants. Which in the present, the Sentinels have like killed like almost all the mutants, and so it's up to Kitty Pryde to go back into the future and try and change a certain outcome to where they can survive. And it's a whole more brutal and darker tone. And Logan actually dies in that one by a Sentinel, whereas in the movie, um, he survives. And just the whole thing about the movies is centered around Logan, which makes no sense. Which I know they're trying to tie up a whole movie universe, but at least try and get the story right that you're trying to adapt. But yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to say. What about you? Any other movies or anime manga adaptations you want to talk about?
Uh, I guess really just thinking about a future um like a future movie based on I didn't grab the comic, but I would really like to see them go back uh into Fury's past, like the Fury comics that I'm watching or watching that I'm reading. I would really like to see them go back and excuse me, elaborate on his character. I know they made him black in Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
Um,
guess he was
so
a popular actor at that time.
yes, I mean if they keep, I mean just to keep with what they've already done, uh, I would say keep him black. Just what I'm saying because they've already made him like that for the movies, which isn't a big deal, but
Yeah, I
uh,
say as long as they keep the character right.
well, I guess it also kind of would fuck it up because if he's black, like he goes back to the 50s and 60s and even before that. So I think it would have some kind of
Oh man,
conflict. And they'd have to make him some kind of fucking panther or some bullshit. But so I guess make like going back in making him he'd have to be white. Just to, because it would there would be a conflict of like personality and stuff like that that wouldn't match who Fury actually is. And he's kind of like that, like quintessential like white, like fucking like soldier, from like the 40s and 50s and 60s and stuff. So but I really would like to see them make a movie of his younger, like not really younger, but the beginning of his career. How he became to be Fury and shit like that. That would really be interesting, and I would like to see that. Um, but as far as other comics and stuff like that, I don't. There's nothing else that I've read that I can like to any other movies or anything like that. I
oh,
haven't.
what about last week you can talk about Cornelius, right?
Well,
How
yeah, I mean he's the. Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
like how is he from like that comic compared to the movies or the
Oh, in
Show.
the if you've seen the movies, the Planet of the Apes, they make Cornelius pretty close to like he's pretty much the same kind of like super soft kind of um like want to do good kind of character. Like he's very, and I can when I'm reading the comic I can hear his voice in my head, cuz I love those movies. So I can hear his voice in my head, the way, like the soft way that he speaks, and even his wife is in the movie, or in the comic, and they're both kind of like together. They both try to help the like the humans and stuff like that, and so it actually does go pretty well. Like the comics and the movie, even though that movie the comic is kind of like its own thing, it's not really um some like super popular, Planet of the Apes thing, but they did really good with the writing on that to make him like as close to the movies as possible. Like he's pretty fucking close to the movies. It's pretty cool.
Another comic and film adaptation I want to talk about. I think is the last one. Should be Zack Snyder's Watchmen and Frank Miller's. Wait, no, Alan Moore's Watchmen comic. Yeah, Alan Moore. Which in the movie, I think they did. I think Snyder did a really excellent job. Except he did change some things, like the whole. I think their outfits are more modern than what they usually are, as where in the comics, they're more loose. They're more loose fitting, just like Silver's Silk Spectre right here, and the yellow. Ooh, there we go. Oh, right there. Yeah, there she is, right there. She has more loose clothing on, like looks like casual clothes, because it is in like the 50s and 60s. It might have been in the 80s.
Yeah, so it's a bit more modest.
Yeah, yeah. It was in the 80s, I think. Um, and of course, like Ozymandias, he's more like traditional, trying to have that um, royal Greek type of outfit on. And in the movies, they made it more modern style, modern like tactical and loose fitting, and they kept basically Rorschach and Doctor Manhattan the same, and I think the overall idea and tone is the same. And but the big thing they changed was near the end. Like the whole thing is like Ozymandias is trying to destroy the world and frame it on Doctor Manhattan. And so instead of like planting a giant bomb to blow up the city, it's actually big giant tentacle monsters. Which I haven't read this book in a while, like in a long time. I got it at Target, and it took me a while to read because I wasn't really that much invested in it into comics at the time. But I thought that was uh, a bit of a change. Um, yeah, I think they could have added a tentacle monster, but yeah,
I think that would have been badass.
yeah, yeah. I think this is gonna be like a shorter show today because my brother's gonna be cooking some food, some steaks.
Yep, I'm going to grill some steaks right now, so I don't want it to get too late. But guys, I mean that's really all I have to say anyway. It's not like we're trying to cut it short. I mean that was really all I had to say. I haven't read too many comics and things like that. Um, I haven't read enough to really elaborate much further. Um, so I gave you what I got.
Oh, Kevin's asking what kind of steaks.
Just some ribeyes, some really good ribeyes. I did them two different ways. I put a steak seasoning on both of them, but I usually I don't do a binder, like any kind of binder on the steaks. I just every now and then I'll rub them down with oil, but usually I just put the seasoning straight on them. But one of them, um, or on one of the steaks, I put a mustard binder like I do with other meats just to see how it'll affect the change in the flavor. So, but yeah, I'm about to go cook them. I'm cooking like four of them. So, um, yeah, we got some good ones going on. I'm gonna go smoke me a cigar and cook me some steaks, or cook us some steaks.
We'll probably talk about like selling PS5. Gosh damn.
What?
Yeah, it sells PS5 again. And Kevin. Whenever we leave, well, whenever he's done, whenever he's done cooking it, that's what time dinner is.
Yeah, it'll probably take like maybe an hour because I'll have to get the. It'll take like 30 minutes for the charcoal to get hot and the grill to get all hot and up to temperature, and then it'll take like maybe 20 minutes to cook all the steaks. So about an hour or so. We'll be there in 30 minutes. Come on, man, we got one for you.
Yeah, it only take a few hours for you to get here.
Where's he at?
Georgia, just like Kevin.
Oh, okay. Medium rare. Hell yeah, that's what I like. Taylor and my mom like it a little bit, less pink in the middle, but I want my shit to still moo at me.
I guess we can touch on at least what's your favorite adaptation or what you think has done well towards the source material.
I think the best adaptation from uh comic to movie is Kick Ass. When it comes to like comics, I mean I haven't gotten like super deep into the Kick Ass, and I'm about to get Kick Ass too once I finish my collection of this one, because this one has I believe 8 issues. Kick Ass, this original one right here, um has I believe 8 issues, and I have 3 of them, so I've got to get the other 5. uh, and once I read those, I can give a little bit more context to it. But there's also Kick Ass 2, and then after that, there's Hit Girl. And so I'm thinking about getting all of them. I'm gonna finish this one off, read those, then get Kick Ass 2, read those, and then get Hit Girl. So kind of do it in order. And but as far as probably the best comic to movie that I've seen, like scene for scene, is Kick Ass. And I knew the movie back to back, or like from the back of my hand. We grew up watching that movie. It was one of my favorite movies as a kid,
Yeah.
so I know that movie pretty fucking well. And which is why I got these. I got so happy to see this when we were at the little trades day. Man, I saw that first one and I was like, dude. And it's good thing they had 3 of them. I was like, and for $1 a piece, man, you can't
Yep.
beat it.
Mm-hmm.
So we might have to go check it out and see if we can get some more.
Yeah. I wonder if Game Exchange will have some now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I just don't like how they're like their comics just aren't labeled, just like
Yeah, he is
the Trades Day. They weren't labeled either.
Well, the comics at the trades day, he's got some that are labeled because they're not $1, but all the ones in the boxes are $1. There's like a bunch of boxes, all those are $1, but the more like limited edition stuff like that, like that stuff he has like put up on the wall, like pretty much like by design, so he has like put up on the wall so that you can see what he's got. And um those are more like 30-40 bucks, some of them like 25-30 bucks per comic. But for the most part, you're more um I don't know, less common, or less limited edition ones
Yeah.
are just $1. So but the store, oh sorry, the game exchange, I don't like how they do it, because they price match every one of them. They don't have most of their stuff doesn't have um
Yeah, they don't have their
prices.
prices on
Yeah,
there.
so you just go up and then they pretty much price check it with eBay and shit
Yeah,
like that.
which
I'm like,
isn't
I
always
hate
good.
that shit, because people are just gonna put whatever money they want to make off of their products off of eBay. So going off of that, somebody can just be an asshole and want to get 15 bucks off of something that's only worth 5, and now you're paying 3 times the price just because the dude wanted to price check it.
Plus, he adds on the shipping, which makes no sense at all.
Yeah, I don't understand. You're not shipping it to me. I'm getting it from you from the store. So that's why I like the trades day. So we'll have to go back to trades days and see what we can scramble up there. So, but I appreciate y'all staying, man. That was a pretty good stream.
Yeah, catch you later, Skullfire. Get that mow all clean and cut.
Hell yeah. Go go mow your yard, man.
And yeah, I know about all that. Kevin, they're raising the prices of the PS5 again.
Oh, for real.
Yep.
Yeah, my dad was gonna get one, but he didn't get one. He's like, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but excuse me. Whenever I want a PS5 or whenever I have the money for a PS5, it'll probably drop significantly. So, because I'm still working on all my PS4 games right now. I'm still playing Syndicate, and it's still a really good game. But I've taken a couple days off because it was frustrating the piss out of me. But
Yeah, I was just gonna say, probably like the best adaptation, comic adaptation film is Watchmen, cause it basically got everything right except for like the clothes and the whole ending, like with the bomb instead of a big giant tentacle monster. That's like the most accurate version, and I would say, uh, the first Spider-Man movie, not the second one. I think that would be like the second best adaptation, except how Mary Jane acts towards Peter, which is nothing like in the comics, because Gwen Stacy actually meets up with Peter Parker first, and then Goblin is actually with Gwen Stacy, which is actually has Goblin killing Gwen Stacy, and Mary Jane comes right after that to console with Peter during with this grieving process of Gwen, and I just think they did Mary Jane like real dirty in those films. There are like sometimes where it goes well and then sometimes it doesn't. It's a mixed bag, but they do have her as an actress and a model, which they got that right. Nothing like the Tom Holland movies where she's completely like like a dumbed down frumpy version of her. She's like more she's more quiet and insecure and nothing like herself. And she'll like make fun of Peter and his friend Ned Leeds, which they're not really friends in the comics. They like barely know each other. Ned Leeds actually shows up with Betty Brant because Betty Brant got all jealous because he thought he was going out with Liz Allen, which he wasn't. Betty just got all jealous whenever he was around her. It was actually Liz Allen that's taking a kin more to Peter because he showed his more brave side towards standing up towards Flash Thompson, and so Betty was just like all jealous and stuff, and decided to go out with Ned Leeds, which he's not a small fat kid. Uh, that version is actually towards Genki and Miles Morales. That was actually Miles' friend, Genki. He's the like shorter, like tech expert, like more chubbier version. That's from Miles, so I don't know why they put that in with Peter, which makes no sense. But yeah, I think that's about it for today.
hell yeah.
Oh, and yeah, I don't think it's gonna go down anytime soon. The price, because whenever they announced that, I saw all over Twitter that people were buying a PS5 like out and about like before, like when they announced that price, which like made no sense. Like you're just gonna give them more money, they keep raising the prices, and the next thing you're gonna do is just keep making them more money after they raise their prices. Like, bro, y'all are stupid, dude. No wonder they keep raising the prices because y'all keep buying it.
Yeah, I mean, shit. The more you buy, the more they're gonna keep it up because they want to keep making their money.
Exactly.
You know, price and demand. You don't drop the price because more people buy it. You increase it.
No, you'll drop the price so people will want to buy it.
No, that's what I'm saying. If people keep buying it, you don't drop the price just because people keep
Right,
buying
yeah.
it. you raise the price because everybody and their mama wants it, so you get more money out of people. So people don't understand. If everybody would just stop trying to buy it, and then you know what I'm saying, go like wait until it drops and then come back and like get it, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it'll drop the price because they'll be like, oh no, nobody's buying it, you know, so they'll have to drop the price to make everybody come back. It's just economics.
Yeah, that was the problem with the Xbox because they decided to do it first, which with raising their prices of their consoles and hardware, and then they saw that they're like the lowest of the console sales.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Don't ever trust like corporations or anything. All they want is your money.
Exactly. Why do you think they started putting all the digital games on there so they can own your fucking games? You know,
Yeah,
it's just more money. You're paying to borrow something.
yeah, and plus with Microsoft games, like their physical games, um, the full game isn't even on there, and it requires you to pay, not pay, it requires you to have internet to play the rest of the game.
Stupid. So you're
Yeah,
paying them. You're essentially paying them for internet to play on the internet because anything that you play with the internet, you have to buy a subscription for. So you just
oh, you
it's
don't have to pay a subscription, just internet itself.
well, you have to play with the internet. Don't you have to have a subscription? You have to have an internet subscription on PS5 to play on the internet.
No, that's for like multiplayer games to play online with other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying like, you can't play the game offline because the whole game would require an internet to access the whole game.
Oh yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, for a physical version.
That's retarded.
Yeah, so the full game isn't on the disc, which Microsoft keeps doing because they know they want you to in their active ecosystem. Yeah, so and like the only game that they put a full game on is their Gears of War remaster, which they put on PlayStation and Xbox.
Mm.
Yeah, so and then Starfield and Crimson Desert, they both require internet to play the full game, so you can't play it offline, which is pretty stupid. So yeah, well, catch you all later.
Peace.